the shorter prime enabler, always willing his slightly taller partner to do the thing he couldn't quite do.
I've thrown a couple alley-oops to him. I've seen him do that before. I think he actually might have dunked on KD back in the day.
That's Kevin.
Winning the defense, and now spiked it with a right hand.
I'm gonna throw that little wedge out there, but I think he. It was nice to see him, just have that aggressiveness. That kind of got the building going crazy, and the bench went nuts, and that's always fun to see.
I mean, look at him. Look at him. Look at the joy. Look at that little smirk. You know Steph loves this. It's like watching your son grow up and dunking on the man that let his dog take a dump in your driveway, didn't clean it up. And it was one of these moments. Steph Curry living through Klay, pushing Klay to do the one thing he himself could only imagine doing, leading his brother in splash to the shore's edge of his abilities in the unattainable center of Steph's own desire. It's catching an alley-oop. That's his dramatic own desire. All on the brink of a sequence never seen before. Steph supercharged Klay's confidence.
This is a moment of history.
With a single pass. All that seemed impossible was now impending.
They can't believe what they've been witnessing.
The 37-point quarter. Just a brief stretch of time that achieved a level of excitement and euphoria almost unimaginable.
Have you ever seen anything like it?
These few minutes have been described as out of body or communal time wobbling, a moment in which everyone watching knew what was going to happen, we just didn't know how. Fully enjoying the uncertainty of watching the present unfurl mysteriously into a future we are fully aware of and prepared for, and absolutely thrilled in anticipation to splash into. And right at the beginning of this subtle ripple, throwing a virtual boulder into the ocean, bouncing it into a title, Steph Curry, Chief Enabler 1, does this.
Over the D, 2-on-1.
No, really, why is he doing this? It's like a psycho or sociopath, whatever those words mean. So, let's explore that as we watch this play in increasingly absurd and creative edits. I will tell you something truly interesting. You remember when it was hilarious when centers shot threes, especially in like the All-Star game, but then you found out someone like Shaq actually shot around 50 threes in his career, and you're like, wow, that's a lot of threes. I was expecting maybe 4. Same for guys like Steph Curry, but dunking. It's possible. He's definitely done it, but it's got to be a small number. And then you see 48 dunks or 100 dunks. I guess that's how time works. Give something a lot of time, and what is relatively small gets surprisingly big, even alley-oops. I mean, he may have 3 lucky as hell alley-oops, right? What do you think? Well, no, he doesn't. Steph has literal 0 alley-oops. It's such a hard 0 that even the idea of Steph catching an alley-oop is so ridiculous that the one time he actually had the confidence to call for one, the one time he wanted it in a game, after he adorably points up with his finger like he's friggin' Josh Smith, adorable like that scene from Iron Man 2 with the kid who thought he had the repulsors. See, the team member that he was communicating with, who had the ball, who could have thrown it, thought it was so ridiculous that he actually had to put out a public statement. And that's KD. Who'd you expect? KD had the ball and completely disregarded Steph's request. KD, a guy that for argument's sake owes his NBA heights to Steph's willingness to share. He not only ignored Steph's very specific finger-based request by tossing him a regular pass. That wasn't enough. Kevin thought it was so delusional and friggin' hilarious, he went on to tweet about it publicly. Here it is. Here's the tweet. How God blessed disrespectful is that? To the guy that Okay, let's stick with this. I'll get back to that. There's more here. Don't deny a man a chance to catch an alley-oop. Okay, here's what I think. I think Steph Curry is basically the complete opposite of, nah son, lay it up. He's the opposite of that. He's out here pushing even the greatest athletes, even the ones that are giants, to their limits. Steph is out here helping folks find even higher heights. I mean, crazy stuff. Look at this. Look at him pushing Giannis. It's funny how this was also on KD's head. But in this case, during this game with his splash brother, he knows what to do. He knows right where to put it into an aspirational moment.
2-on-1. Lob. Oh, right-handed hammer.
Okay, this is going to kill my ideal runtime here, but I have to say this. Just like crime, everything about basketball on any level is about aspiration, planning, and aspiration, and the ability to completely ditch your plan and go with the flow and hope. Every time you pass somebody else the ball, it's just all hope. It's out of your control. And the fact that KD actually tried to clown Steph here, as opposed to just letting Steph, I don't know,